plan. So when I ask what the action plan is, I would expect to hear stuff like, hey, the north and south side building's getting locked down. Hey, we're going to zone 3. We do a code red. Nothing. Nobody has any answers. So as a parent, that's concerning.
Superintendent Lawley told me the student who brought the replica gun to school was removed from the classroom and further punishment is on hold while the investigation continues. Anthony says he and other parents will work to keep their children safe.
I can tell you that the parents aren't going to rest, and I'm not going to stop. And we're going to get heightened security in that school to make sure our kids are safe.
In Fairborn, Amber Jenkins, News Center 7.
But a real gun did wind up inside Wayne High School in Huber Heights. The school's resource officer got information about the student and found him in the school's suspension classroom yesterday. The gun had a bullet in it and was in the student's backpack. Police arrested the teen. And the Columbus Jackets have their first preseason game against an opponent next week. And this is going to happen without their teammate, Johnny Gaudreau. He and his brother, Matthew, died 3 weeks ago when investigators said a drunk driver hit them while they were riding bicycles. The Blue Jackets are going to wear this sticker on their helmets this season. It has 2 doves in the middle, and on each side, the numbers 13 and 21. Johnny wore the number 13 during his career. Matthew wore 21 when he played at Boston College. This is National Child Passenger Safety Awareness Week, and a new report showed most parents do not use booster seats correctly. Those seats can reduce a child's risk of serious injury by 45% compared to just seatbelts. And Safe Kids Worldwide found 4 out of 5 parents moved their child out of the seats while their child was still too small for a seatbelt. Experts recommend kids use boosters until they're at least 4 feet 9 inches tall. The child's size is more important than their age.
You look at classrooms of kids in that age group, they're, very different heights. So it's not about age. It's really about fitting that adult seat.
Various organizations are hosting free car seat safety checks this week. To find an inspection station in your neighborhood, we have a link for you on whio.com. And in Middletown, no way a glass wall was going to stop this car, as you can see. An Eyewitness 7 reporter sent us this picture of the post office there in Middletown. Nobody got hurt, and it's not clear tonight why the driver lost control. The post office hopes to be back open tomorrow. News Center 7 keeps an unofficial count of cars into buildings in our area. This was the 100th we have reported this year. And Storm Center 7 Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney is off tonight with the specialist Nick Dunn. And you're saying chance for fog, possibly, huh?
Yeah, I don't think this is something that necessarily everybody will experience, but some of us may not have driven in fog for a while. So here's a couple safety reminders for you as you're going out and about tomorrow. If you encounter some fog first thing in the morning, just remember to slow down, add a couple extra minutes to your commute, use the low beam headlights and not those high beam bright headlights. And every once in a while, you may have to hit the wipers due to that moisture that's out there. And you just want to think about this as you're going out to work and school tomorrow morning first thing. Now let's look at Futurecast and show you what it does show for fog. Through 1:30 in the morning, maybe some patchy fog off to the north, and that's where the best chance, at least according to Futurecast, where we may find some of that patchy fog. Through 6 a.m., places like Salina, Wapakoneta, Winchester may be seeing some of those reduced visibilities. But I think at least everybody may see some patchy fog through the morning hours tomorrow. But we get past 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, that fog starts to mix out. That's going to pave the way for a really hot afternoon tomorrow. We'll talk about those temperatures here in just a moment. Live Doppler 7 late this evening is dry. It's down to 66 right now in Wapakoneta, 72 in Dayton, and 70 there in Xenia over in Greene County. And as you would expect, we are dry for the time being. That trend's going to continue for a little while longer. Looking at tomorrow's forecast for you hour by hour, once we get past that morning fog, you can see the sunshine really warming us up into the upper 80s. I'm going to go with a high of 89 tomorrow, but don't be surprised if a couple of us get to that 90-degree mark. Sunshine and a few clouds mixed in there through the day. And how about even at 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, we are still in the 80s. That's a sign it's feeling more like summer compared to fall. Now, we do get the new drought monitor out tomorrow, and I would not be surprised if at least the entire Miami Valley is not covered in severe drought, and maybe some of this extreme drought. It's been pushing westward over the last couple of weeks gradually, so that could be bumped into the Miami Valley. And if that's the case, we could see more counties added to that burn ban as the Ohio State Fire Marshal has been adding counties each week, depending on who's in extreme or exceptional drought. So we need the rain either way we slice it. Here's a look at Futurecast. Through tomorrow morning, we are going to stay dry with no rain. That fog's not going to help us out in terms of any moisture to alleviate the drought, in case you were wondering. Through Friday, we are still dry. Some showers off to the northwest. Try to come in here Friday night into Saturday, but right now I'm still not optimistic. I think our air mass at the surface is going to be too dry to really support a whole lot of rain for us, but our rain chances do increase by Sunday. Late in the day, a stray shower or two may come in, but the better rain chances come in on Monday and we may see a few rounds of showers, even a couple of thunderstorms at times. But I'll be honest, Futurecast has got some work to do to try to time out each of those rounds and see just how much rain we could get. But right now, early estimates in the next week, maybe a quarter to a half inch of rain, it would be helpful, but it's not going to completely erase the drought. In fact, here's a look at what Futurecast shows for rainfall through late Tuesday night. And keep in mind, there are some additional rain chances beyond this, but I think this is a really good sight to see, right? At least a quarter to a third of an inch. And as we know, rain can fall a little heavier in some spots than others. Here's a look at my Storm Center 7-day forecast. We got a pair of 91s on the board there for Friday and Saturday. James, the first day falls on Sunday. Certainly not feeling like it with that high of 88, but I think we can hang in there and enjoy, hopefully, some much-needed rain next week.
Yeah, let's hope so. Thank you, sir. News Center 7's Circle of Kindness is teaming up with the Red Cross for a community blood drive.